How's it going, everyone? It is Wednesday, September 4th, 2024. Let's get into the video for today. No picks from yesterday's video. That was more of a recap of my current market position and closing out some of the swing shorts that I had. So, with no picks to review, let's go right into the market analysis for today. So fundamentally, on a longer term side, I'm still bullish. I think there hasn't been anything that's really changed majorly on the economic backdrop side. We know the mega cap tech had some bearish reactions, and I think that's more due to stretched valuations. We know that there is some long term tailwinds over here, with just one, the momentum of a bullish market, and then two, AI is a long profit runway. I think institutions are still bullish on that front, and it's going to take time for that sort of technology to really be adopted into businesses and drive some meaningful growth. So that's a pretty big ramp. On a more technical side here, I am somewhat neutral. I was a little more bearish when I left. And I got less bearish as this bounce continued higher and higher. We found some resistance at the all-time high, and we need follow through on this candle to confirm some more bearish bias. So right now I am on the sidelines here. We do have a double top lower high, so that's one little sign here. We do know that the move up was on a little bit lower volume than the move down, but it was tall, so it just tells us that there is a bit of a bid. And we have to see if this candle has some follow through and we're able to crack through the 50-day SMA, or if we snap back into the range around 555.30, which is this compression range right here, around 555-ish, 555.30. If we kind of break back above into that range, then I will be a little more on the sidelines. This goes into my shorter term market bias. I'm a little bit mildly bearish right now because we have this break of compression, came on good volume. We're testing this level of support here on the gap fill and the 50 SMA. They coincide at the same price point. We're seeing a little bit of buying at this level. And again, same thing. If we break back above here, my short-term bias is going to be a little bit more neutral to bullish. It just tells us that we had a bit of a bid check, and then buyers are gobbling back up at this price. We're going to move a little bit higher. If not, and we kind of break down over here, then it gets a little more bearish. And if we're kind of in over here, it's a bit of a no man's land. I don't expect us to be in this level for too long. I think with the news coming out this week and next week, we should get some good movement. So key levels again, just to reiterate, 550, around 555 is that first key level, and then the 50 SMA is the other key level. So if we're above the 555, I'm going to be a little more bullish. If we're below the 50 SMA, I'm going to be a little more bearish. And in the middle, I am okay with just waiting and seeing what the market does. So that is the game plan for swing trading. We're looking to see if we have follow through or if we snap back to that range. On the day trading side, we're going to zoom in a little bit here. Let's look at the M30 first, just to get a sense what's going on. We got this compression break to the downside. Looks like we had a bit of a selling climax yesterday, and now we are getting a bounce. So this is the price action. Today we had a small gap down, and then we kind of gobbled it back up. So I do feel like we opened it's not really any major gap down in my opinion. The market had a bit of a rally. We got the JOLTS number that was lower than expected, so there's less job openings, which suggests a tighter labor market, and kind of sort of a bad news is bad news moment over here. But the market did check that bid, held low of the day, and it managed to rally higher and continue that momentum upward, making a new high of the day on the bearish cycle. So I do think this is mildly bullish for today. I'm okay with missing this move on the open. I want to see really kind of where bears come back into play over here and they start making their move. I'm not sure when that will be. Maybe this is the beginning of it here. Maybe it's not. I don't think it's going to be a quick move, right? It can't just be a one-off candle. I think we have to have a little bit of a double top or maybe some stack reds for me to get someone interested over here. So, bias for today here is a little bit mildly bullish right now, but I'm looking to trade both sides depending on what I get. So, let's take a look at a couple of picks that I like. Let's look at the short side first over here. First pick I like quite a bit is RNG. I found this on Pop Bull, broke through compression, lots of SMAs that have been broken down over here. I'm going to do a quick search of the news, see if there's just anything on the stock that's driving. Okay, looks like there is down after hours CFO transition. So there is some negative news weighing on this stock. I'm not sure how long lasting it's going to be, but I would keep that in mind. RNG though is sort of a bit of a choppy stock, but you can see that test the upside down. The upside when it can't get any through goes down. When it tests the downside, can't get anything going, it's going to go up. So these breakdowns through the middle of the range and then taking profits once you get towards the end, I think is a pretty nice strategy. And yeah, I got a little bit of a bounce here. Got a little bit of a pullback, so I'm going to set an alert right here at the low of the day. See if it can crack through that. That might be a nice opportunity for me to get short on this guy over here. And it looks like it found a little bit of support coming right up over here. But RNG, probably going to be one of my picks for today. I do like this D1 setup quite a bit. Very clean break. AAP is a nice, I think, swing short. It's a little bit out of the gate, but you can see it's a nice, steady trickler down. I'd wait for a bit of a pullback to the 8 EMA, but I do like what I see here on that stock. DLTR, massive, massive move down. It's chopping around this D1 level, not really moving in one direction or the other. So an alert set if it can kind of get through the low of the day, start to get anything going on the downside. Set an alert over here too. If it can start to break through that, then I think we could get a pretty decent move on this stock. We got some strong selling in the open, compression for a while. We're kind of to survive a little bit of a pullback. Decent pick over there. SLB. Found this one called out in the chat. So hugging. Had this little breakout here. Hugging that breakout. Excuse me. Intraday. A little bit choppy intraday. So, I think I like this a little bit more as maybe a swing than a day trade. It is a bit of a choppy stock, but it's a nice breakdown on the D1 here. I would like to see a little bit of follow through. We do have now, even though I don't really care about head and shoulders, I've been starting to see this head and shoulders pattern a little bit more. Head and shoulders and a break below that neckline. So again, I don't really use head and shoulders, but it's there. It's there if you use it. Let's look at some stuff on the long side. T is very, very nice. We're breaking through the top end of this channel. And wow, this is a pretty big move on T over here. Could be a bit of a buying climax. Don't really want to chase that, but that is a pretty nice move. AST, strong volume up, grinding up higher. This stock pull back over here. It has found some support through its A VWAP E. Looks like my 15 EMA is holding up over here. There's found some support at that level. So I like what I see in ASTS. PCG is another pretty nice one. This is a pretty weak pullback in the stock. Lots of mixed candles. Digesting all of these gains. It's a utility stock. It moved up very, very quickly. So I'd wait for this next cycle to go in earlier. MDT was one I liked a lot early in the day. It looks like it may be giving back. Oh yeah, really giving back some of those gains here. So I'm glad I did not chase this stock. And it looks like it may be a no-go today. So picks I like for today, I'm going to go with 2 day trades. I like RNG on the short side if it can get through that low of the day. We have alert set on that. And then on the long side, I'm going to go with PCG. I'm going to go with PCG. Beautiful little bull flag here. Just waiting for that LRSI cross. And if that ends up timing with a 1 OP cross, I think we could be in potentially some business here. So I like that stock on the long side. Has gone a little bit parabolic, so I don't think I would take a I wouldn't take a swing on this, but certainly holding all of those gains, preserving all the strength. A little bit of weakness over here, so don't want to get too early into it, but I like PCG. So we're going to go with PCG, day trade long. Oh, there is RNG right on cue. And I like ASTS. ASTS, maybe my other pick, I would, this is a reversal setup, so we had a gap down, tested this, and then we broke through that high of the day. I would like to get it, ideally like to get it somewhere around the $32 range. That's where I'd feel more comfortable. Broke through that AVWAP E right here, coming in right over here. So yeah, probably somewhere like this would be my ideal price on this guy. So I may wait for a little bit of a pullback here on the stock before getting in, but I do like what I see quite a bit in AST. So I'm also going to recommend that as a day trade long. And I'm going to do a quick check on the pre-earn options. NIO is a little bit too cheap. This is a little bit too high. HPE could work. Got good difference. It's a little bit on the cheaper side, but no times exceeded. Yeah, I like maybe HPE as an earnings time spread. I think I'm going to go with that. So those are a couple picks for today. Still keeping it on the day trade side. If the market can close below that 50-day SMA, then we can start taking some swing longs, and we'll be in business. So that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching, everyone, and we will take a look at how our picks did in tomorrow's video.